Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. We're going to be doing E3 coverage for day 2. Day 1 was pretty boring. We'll see how it goes. At the moment, the countdown is set for about 5 minutes. We're going to be watching this via YouTube, as usual. So let's see what happens. Don't know what everybody's excited for. Personally, I'm just kind of around to see how much of a mess this'll be. Ubisoft's one the other day wasn't too good, so pretty low expectations going into this. Then again, it's Microsoft. At this point, Microsoft has a few things up their sleeve. They've bought quite a few studios over the past, I think, year or two. So hopefully they've got something to show off from that. We've got Halo Infinite, which is probably going to be the highlight for a lot of people, especially because of the mess they made of the showing last time. But we'll see how it goes. So, what's everybody looking forward to seeing? What's going on? What's everybody wanting to see out of this? Personally, because we've got and more tagged at the end of this, I want to see more indie stuff. Square Enix is here. I want to see more Final Fantasy VII Remake stuff. Even if it's just sort of announcements of, yeah, we're doing stuff in the future, and then like a CGI trailer. I wouldn't mind that, just so we know that they're actually still continuing it. Bethesda, I want to see some more stuff from Bethesda that's actually good and not buggy as usual. But yeah, we'll see just exactly what we get out of them in a very short time. We've got 3 minutes. I'm looking forward to see you commenting about the nice scenery, says Proof. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Like, I've been doing E3 commentary for a while now, and I always get wrapped up in certain things. Like, for instance, certain announcements. Like last time we saw Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. That was one of the highest points for me of last E3. There's just funny things like that, which it's going to be interesting to see what they show off, because I'll get hyped for stuff that you wouldn't expect, probably. Like, if they start showing off more indie stuff, I'll be really happy for that, because I've really dived into the indie scene a lot more over the past, like, year or so. I feel like I have less of an expectation and a lot less of a letdown with indie stuff. It tends to be that I just enjoy indie stuff for what it is. So yeah, it's all fun and games on my end of stuff. It's just going to be fun seeing whether Microsoft can claw anything back from the last couple of years where they've made, publicly at least, for like these shows, they've made a lot of different mistakes that have put them in not exactly the best standing with everybody in terms of getting everybody hyped. It's all really been PlayStation all the way, so we shall see. We shall see whether Microsoft can claw anything back. I'm expecting that Halo Infinite trailer to be like the biggest thing. Like, I said that the last time and it turned out to be absolutely terrible. But at this point, Microsoft literally has to start relying on the big hitters again to try and get some sort of attention on them. It's either that or make something that looks really good and have it be a new IP. So hopefully we'll see some of those new studios that they acquired with some more new IPs, and hopefully that'll catch everybody's interest. So we got just under a minute left. Honestly, on the countdown timer before, it said there was going to be like an hour, but all of a sudden it just jumped up to like 10 minutes, so we might actually see Double Fine as well here, thinking about it, because they're doing Psychonauts 2. I think they're really close to finishing it. I want to see the appearance of Tim Schafer so we can figure out more about Psychonauts 2, because I've been watching that behind the scenes. Despite Double Fine's numerous mistakes on various different game projects, I actually do like them as a studio. They're really nice. Made some really good games in the past. Here we go, 10 seconds left. Moody jumping on the couch. Dude, I ordered food in, but, like, it's not arrived yet. Here's where I have to go and change the audio settings if they're not set. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I'll have to mute it if there's any copyright stuff. Hope you guys can hear the audio.
Gaming show and future games show. So here joining me to break down everything that's happening today is Jordan Ramey.
Yo.
And Timur Hussein.
Let's talk
Proof
about
says
games,
the audio is
baby.
not so good. Is that better?
It is a huge day of E3 today, like I've already said, but it's kind of strange because Xbox has already started the news cycle in earnest. Like, they got a bunch of announcements out of the way last week. They released this big video of Phil Spencer kind of talking about Xbox's plans for the future. A lot of really cool tidbits in there. So let's talk about those briefly. First of all, the fact that Xbox is
I think I've been played here because now it says 58 minutes again. Come on, guys, come on. It looks like this is just the lead up to everything. Seriously, they're playing me like a fool here. It's like, we're gonna do stuff in 10 minutes. They do a countdown, and then they do the official run-up to it. So it looks like we'll be waiting a little while, boys. Oh, boy. Fun stuff. It's a classic elaborate ruse. So, what's everybody looking forward to? Did anybody see the other stuff beforehand? Like the show the other day where they did something similar to this in terms of a run-up to Ubisoft stuff, but instead they had just a guy walking around. I think it was on Assassin's Creed Valhalla or something. That was pretty boring. Hey Dave, decided to stream the event, says Siphon. Yeah, I needed to do it, so I won't go into the details for that, but I just wanted to cover this, especially because yesterday was boring. Yesterday was really boring. Like, I tuned out of yesterday's live stream after like 2 minutes, so I really didn't see too much. We got the Rainbow Six. It looks like an expansion for Siege. It's like a zombies style game. It looked a little bit like Left 4 Dead or whatever. It was weird. Apparently there was a new Rabbids, like Mario and Rabbids game. I know somebody's going to enjoy that.
Don't know what you're talking about.
If you can hear Jen in the background. Then we've got Battlefields coming eventually, but they've not shown off any gameplay of that. I'm actually hoping that they'll show off that. To be honest, I really want them to remake 2142, but they seem to be skirting around that or dancing around it and instead going, okay, here's 2042, which is 100 years before it. So yeah. It's some IGN bull, says King. Yeah, well, it's GameSpot, I think. Yeah, it's GameSpot. I didn't pay much attention. I just set this up and was like, okay, it's on YouTube. It's advertised here. I'll color match the background so that it's all good, and I'm getting rid of all the recommended stuff where it's showing like Jobby and Badger and Seadog VA in my recommended at the side, which I actually managed to color match pretty quickly, and then I just threw it up. So, fun stuff. I'm going to go solo for this one, Siphon, primarily just because of how I am at the moment. I'd love to do collaborative stuff in future, but I'm not down for stuff at the moment. Oh, it would be easier to get through stuff, although I can still talk to you guys here, so it's all good. So, previous E3s from Microsoft, we've had going back a couple of years, we've had the announcement of Halo 5, we had the announcement of buying up all these different other companies. We had stuff like Scalebound, which just never came out and fell through. We had the Xbox One, which turned out to be kind of a disaster until the announced Game Pass. And it's kind of clawing its way back now with Game Pass, from what I can tell. Then we had all these multiplats released on it, but we've not really had a good strong first-party lineup, and I keep saying this over and over and over again in different streams, but I feel like Microsoft really need to harness the same energy that they had when they did the 360, when they launched the 360 and then built it up over time. I feel like if they brought that energy to the table and the same style tactic, then they'd get a lot of people on board as the user base. For those who don't remember the 360, it started off as a bit of a flop with the Red Ring situation, but they quickly built it up with some really nice first-party titles. You had Gears of War, you had Forza, you had Halo, and it started building a very strong install base. You had Call of Duty that was released on it. They had a lot of deals where stuff like DLC or whatever expansions would hit Xbox first for multi-plat games. So for things like Fallout, and I think it was Street Fighter as well, everybody would get expansions or new characters or DLC first on Xbox. That was great. It was a nice way of getting people interested in your console. If you wanted stuff first, you buy an Xbox. You know, we obviously had the different iterations to the console, of which they still do. You know, they're kind of taking PlayStation's route with that, of making either a slim console or a more advanced one. You know, we had the Xbox Elite, we had the Slim, and then the E model. Then we had the Xbox One, we had the Xbox One Slim, and then I think Xbox One X or something, the digital version. And then we've got the latest one. It's weird. They need to come up with a different naming convention. Something everybody's said for a while. Hey, Timothy Martin. I'm still salty about Scalebound, says Siphon. Yeah, what? Well, the people in GameSpot are talking in the background. I'm going to put the banner on again. So, it's been rough. King says, just thought I'd help clear the air. You still got an hour. Love you, Dave. Thanks very much, King. I'm going to be streaming the Xbox event myself to give my live reactions to Siphon. Nice, nice. Scalebound was a weird sort of thing where they had a good idea going. It was in development for ages and then just fell through, unfortunately. Platinum were not happy about that. Microsoft weren't happy about it. So, unfortunately, because there was no proper direction for it, seemingly, it ended up just being like a tech demo, and then they mutually parted ways. So, be interesting to see if what we get out of Platinum in the future, because I always like Platinum games. Apart from the odd one where they mess up, like there was a Ninja Turtles game that they messed up. The Transformers one wasn't amazing. Transformers Destruction, I think. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad either. It was just kind of there, you know. So, interesting. One of the memes that they have for Microsoft E3, I want them to bring out the car again for Forza and just see what car it is this time. Because every single time they show off Forza, they bring out a car, you know, to get people hyped. Siphon says, admittedly, in the previous years, the only first-party stuff they always had was Halo, Gears, and Forza. Yeah, true. It has a larger potential list of IPs to make Xbox exclusive. Exactly right. I feel like this is where Microsoft could really hit it out the park and really climb back with all this this potential. You know, they could really get out there a little bit and really show off some good stuff to get people's interest. I'm just showing this now primarily because they're showing off stuff again, so here we go. We got the Halo Infinite trailer from last time, the one that looks like an alpha that they tried to push as an actual thing that they were going to release this year and then had to hold it back. That was a mess last year. Let's put the audio on for this.
To recover from the not super well received campaign of Halo 5 Guardians, but the pretty good multiplayer of Halo 5 Guardians, and just the idea that we're going back to Chief and we're going to be playing on this world that looks a lot like the original Halo, but they're going to try to adjust the formula just a little bit.
So yeah, I don't know whether you guys can hear that. Siphon, give me an audio check on the commentary there from them, like on GameSpot. You actually heard that, right? I buy neither unless they have good games coming out. Or they have many to choose from, says Timothy Martin. Yeah, it's always better not buying the console on launch. and then waiting for a while and seeing what games come out. I always tend to go for the one that has the better games or more games I'm interested in. Unless something else happens, like for instance, we decide on getting a console for another specific reason, like a friend wants to play with us or whatever. Sounds good. Okay. Right, so whenever I need to, I can just turn up the sound for the commentary. Nintendo has way more to offer right now. Indeed they do. Nintendo have a lot of really, really good games now. The Switch is in a really strong position. I feel like this is almost the same situation like with the Wii, the Xbox 360, and the PS3, except that unlike that one, where the PS3 was the problem child of sorts, it was the one that had the most issues. With the 360 only having the red ring, but the PS3 seemingly having slow sales and then getting hacked and everything else. One problem after another. You know, it seems like this generation at least, the Switch is in the lead, at least I think from an outward perspective, or just from my own personal one. Seems like the Switch is in the lead in terms of its head start and how many games it has, and the PS5 and Xbox, whatever it is, Xbox One X I think it is, they have a lot less of an install base, primarily because of certain pandemics, you know, that have got in the way, but also because of scalpers. Scalpers have just turned this entire thing into a mess, and they obviously can't restock, so there's a desperate want and need for new consoles from people. I feel like it's also helping people wait and save the money. I've ascended to the PC Gaming Master Race, says Siphon. Can confirm the Switch is in a really good place now, says Siphon. Hey, Zero! It's always good getting a console that does not break on you as well. As a whole thing of going back to Xbox here, the Red Ring of Death was a problem that I had quite frequently with a lot of my consoles up until I think it was the Xbox Elite, the 360 Elite. I went through at least 4 different consoles. Just a sec. You guys can probably hear this in the background. I ordered food in for this, so I've just had takeaway arrive. So we're all set up here, boys. I got a very nice burger on my desk. We're all ready for E3. You may hear me munching on stream. In fact, no, you probably won't, because I'm just gonna mute it when I start digging into this burger. So
We've done it wrong. We need Doritos and Mountain Dew for Xbox.
oh yeah, we need.
Sorry, I messed up.
We need the Doritos and Mountain Dew for all the Pope Jeff Keighley jokes from previous years. Where's our food, says Timothy? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry I didn't order enough for you guys. Hope you guys are having a good day at least. You know, hope you've got set up, got some food, got some drink, or at least some snacks. You know, sit down and see what Microsoft has to enjoy. Also, not just Microsoft. We got Bethesda, Square Enix. Bethesda's acquisition by Microsoft might be interesting and play into this, primarily because of the fact that they could put exclusives on Xbox, or give Xbox the original deal that they had with the 360 that I was on about before, where they had downloadable content first or new expansions first. Imagine if they start creating like a new Doom game and they put it as Xbox exclusive for like 6 months to a year. That would upset a lot of people, but it would get people interested in the Xbox at least. Especially hardcore Doom fans. Stuff like that I'm expecting. Honestly, I want Microsoft to kind of play a little bit like that this year, just to claw something back. I don't like rooting for the people that are in the lead normally with the console war. Normally, I play for the underdog just to see what they'll do, because that's where the most potential is, so... Where's my Doom and Halo crossover, says John. I think Bandai Namco is Tuesday. Yeah, we're good. At the moment, because I'm doing this stream, I may do other ones, so we'll see. It'd be interesting to see what Bandai Namco have to offer. I'm interested in Square Enix just to see if they do anything more Final Fantasy style, or like with Kingdom Hearts, whether they do anything like that, because they're known for it. And more. The interesting thing for me is that and more. I would like them to show off a lot more indie stuff, as I was explaining before. Primarily because I really like indie games. I feel like there's a lot more potential and interest in indie at the moment, primarily because AAA has reached that point where you can either be really hype about something and be really let down, or there's just not that much deviation from the established norms, you know. Like this Battlefield trailer here, it's not really showing anything much different from the other Battlefields, just on a larger scale, and even though it looks cool, yeah, it's nothing to write home about for me personally at the moment, and that's coming from me being a pretty big Battlefield fan. You know, it's like I've sunk hours into things like Bad Company 1 and 2, Battlefield 3, and Battlefield 1. Like, for anybody that's seen the content on the channel from, like, years ago, I sunk so many hours into Battlefield 1 on multiplayer, and since then I've just not got really hyped for a Battlefield game, primarily because they all seem to be kind of the same now. There's no unique pitch, there's nothing that really grabs my attention. It's not like I was saying before, if they remade 2142, which is arguably one of the better Battlefield games that a lot of people have mentioned in the past, EA actually stomped out the private servers that people were making for it. But yeah, I would love them to remake 2142 with modern graphics. Imagine that. That'd be great.
You just want dog tags.
And dog tags. Bring back dog tags in the same way that they were implemented in Bad Company 2, please. I want to get addicted to stabbing people. Please don't clip that. Imagine Starfield or Elder Scrolls being an Xbox exclusive. Ooh. Surprised you haven't done anything with the new PSO2 thing, says John. The thing with that being, I don't know whether my computer can run it. I do have the character creator, which I was thinking of using at some point. As I've stated, though, not in the best sort of position to do stuff at the moment. I'm kind of warming up to creating content again, so it's one of those moments where I'm kind of all over the place and kind of recovering from certain things, so it's slow in terms of going back to what I want to actually do in terms of content creation. John says, clip that. No. I'm interested in that new role-playing strategy game in development. Ooh. Hang on, let's see. Maybe an Armored Core announcement, as unlikely as this is. What? In this actual set of announcements? Because I thought that would have been... Hang on, let's think. FromSoft. That would have been the other day when they were announcing Elden Ring or something? Or, I'm trying to remember. No, that might be Bandai Namco's. I mean, it's not off the cards. The problem being that there hasn't been an AC game in about 8 years. Mainly because they're focusing on where the money's coming from. I know it's basically a meme at this point, especially with me doing multiple videos on it, saying, you know what, they're following the money. They like the Elden Ring stuff. They like the Kingsfield stuff where it's all medieval fantasy, especially because it's making them a lot of money. People don't like to hear that. I've seen people on 4chan quoting it, you know, and saying like, oh, it's a terrible meme. They've still got a lot of people from the original team working there and stuff like that. That may be the case. But the thing is, they're still following the money, which is in the same vein of games, like Kingsfield, like Dark Souls and stuff like that. If that's where the money's going to be, they're going to stay there and keep making money off that as long as they want. You know, if it keeps raking them in cash, then it's better for them compared to just appealing to a very, I would say, niche demographic. Like, how many people actually are interested in mech games compared to, say, like Dark Souls or, you know, like the dark fantasy style games? That's what you have to look at. And I feel like the dark fantasy side of things definitely has a much more broader appeal for people. So there just ain't much room for mech stuff anymore, which is why you're seeing more mech indie games pop up, you know, to try and fill that void. That's personally how I feel anyway. Plus, it just makes sense to follow the money, you know. People gotta put money on the table to pay for food and things like that, so it's as simple as...
And investors, you're gonna make them wanna buy
Oh,
it.
and investors, yeah. You gotta satisfy the investors, and if investors aren't mech fans, then you can say bye-bye to that idea. Plus, it's Bandai Namco that own... Or is it they own them, or they were publishing the last... I think it was Bandai Namco that published the last game or something. I can't remember, but yeah. Mech games are on the down at the moment. Let's see. Want to know how they'll upgrade Madden this year? Here we go. Marcus says AAA games are an incomplete release now. Not worth it when first released. That's true. That's true. A lot of AAA games come completely broken, so it's pretty unfortunate that we have that situation as well, where a lot of AAA games come with game-breaking bugs in, primarily from Bethesda. There's that whole joke about Bethesda constantly having buggy games, especially with Fallout 76, which apparently is slowly getting better. Still a complete trash heap from launch, though. I just want new Mech games, says John or Marcus. True, true. Mech games do well in Japan, but not so well everywhere else, which makes me sad. Yeah, the problem with Demon X Machina is as well, they kind of shot streaming in the foot day one by turning around and being like, yeah, we're just going to copyright strike everybody, or we're just going to, claim videos. They did that quite a lot, and I feel like that didn't help as well, because I remember complaining about it. If you shoot your fan base in the foot because they can't create content easily, well then it's going to be a problem for you. People are going to spread word of mouth round, and as a result, it's just not going to sell as well. Yeah. We've got 38 minutes to go. We've got the GameSpot people still chiming in here again, so every time something interesting comes on, I switch the footage. Every time something doesn't come on, I switch it back to the E3 banner.
No Man's Sky has mechs in it now.
No Man's Sky has mechs in it now, says Jen. No Man's Sky is probably one of the industry's best comeback stories right now, because they did the important and smart thing, which was go dark on social media and just get their heads down and do the work. Hello, let's see what this is.
We got a new update and it looks amazing again.
Can't remember what this game is. Looks familiar, like I've already seen it, but could just be me. Oh, was it that? Yeah, Deathloop. It was shown off last year, I think. The Gundam franchise wants to push Gundams globally, so there might be an interesting future, says Marcus. Honestly, they would have done better. We've said this before. They would have done better if they didn't screw up New Gundam Breaker. They need to start appealing more to the PC audience to expand very rapidly. That would be the easiest shot. Problem with Gundam is that at the moment they're all in on the gacha scene. I imagine they've considered developing GBO2 for PC. It'd be interesting to see if we actually get anything out of that, but that's all up in the air at the moment. It's speculation, so you can't really rely on that sort of thing in terms of me going, oh yeah, they might be developing it for PC, and then everybody going, oh, they're developing it for PC now. No, I imagine they've considered it though, because of the amount of money that would be involved. Like, that'd be the obvious thing of how much money can you make and how easy is it to port to PC. But the question is then, where'd you put it in terms of marketplace? I would have put it on Steam personally because of the largest audience, so we'll have to see if anything comes from that and what happens with Gundam in future. Seems like whenever Bandai and Namco show off this stuff, it's always like One Piece or Dragon Ball. They always go for the anime stuff first and really hype that up, and Gundam seems to be an afterthought. As shown with how they detailed the GBO2 Western launch, I think it was, where it was literally like a second of the actual like title image showing GBO2 and the Zaku in the background, the original title screen, and just went, yeah, GBO2 Western, have fun with that. This is at the same time they announced the IBO side story game, I think it was, and that went nowhere, I think. So yeah. Let's see. No Man's Sky benefited from internet historians' very nice take on it, says Gate. He does some really good videos. Not gonna lie. They dug a hole by lying and falsely advertising. Yes, they did. That is one of the major faults of No Man's Sky, is just digging themselves a really big hole. Siphon says, the games I'm looking forward to this most year, of course, Halo Infinite, Hollow Knight Silksong, Oxenfree 2, Breath of the Wild 2. What about you, Dave? To be honest, I don't know. I have taken a huge backseat to gaming recently. I feel like mostly, for me at least, it's Halo Infinite, any updates on Psychonauts 2, and then I'm more or less looking for any sort of potential up and coming that we've not seen, any new IPs. Throw Forza in there for a laugh, because I do like driving games. I really love them. I've been trying to find one recently to play that is really good. In the same vein as, say, like either Forza 4 or Need for Speed, the remake from 2010. I've been wanting something like that where it's either an arcadey racer or it's a very good sim racer, and I've just not found anything, because I've been wanting to dig into a really good racing game for ages. Oh. But yeah, I feel like for me at least, I'm leaning more towards indies because of all these new and fresh ideas that we're seeing now, or at least new takes on things that just grab my attention way more than the usual stuff that's done over and over and over again on a yearly increment, almost like Assassin's Creed or whatever.
He probably wants a new Pokemon remake.
Oh yeah, new Pokemon remake. Any new stuff for new Pokemon Snap as well would be nice if Nintendo announced that, you know, if they did like more areas, because that new Pokemon Snap game was so good, so relaxing. Let's see here. Treble says Bandai Namco might show off Scarlet Nexus in the next few months. Zero says Bandai needs to stop trying in-house for everything. Marcus says, well, with new consoles they may go for, since the system is similar to computers now. Yeah, true. There's rumours for GBO coming to PC, says John, question mark. No. I was merely speculating, because you can imagine, like, they already have it on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. I imagine that if they were going to go for a bigger market and expand, if they wanted to expand, then they would try and target multi-platform, or at least try and target PC as well, because ultimately a company just wants to make money. It's logic to say that a company just wants to make as much money as possible. The thing is, how much does it cost to develop this stuff? How much does it cost to port? How much time and effort does it take? And then how much are they going to get back? That's what we always have to think about when stuff like that goes down, or when it's going through their heads. So if it's not economically, or let's say at a base level, if it's not viable with how much money they've got or how much money they want to make back in return, then they're not going to do stuff like that, you know. That's why sometimes we don't see PC ports or ports to the consoles. Acerto Course has been doing the rounds, says Gate. Yeah, I bought it the other day on Steam for like $6, but I've just not got around to playing it. Wouldn't mind GBO 2 on PC, says Zero. I can imagine you take that to the devs and go, look, work on a PC port now because you've got interest. Put it on Steam, you'll get a load of money. They might consider it, you know? You mean Pokemon Voyeur, says Gate. Dude, I love Pokemon Snap. Like the new Pokemon Snap, it's so good. I would have streamed it with Jen, but with me the way that I am at the moment, you know, it's a bit awkward. But it was so good watching Jen play that. So fun. All the little details and things, and me sitting back and going like, wow, this is so awesome, like usual, like you guys are used to. You know, 30 minutes before the stream begins, and I may end up putting the GameSpot guides on here with the audio on while I'm eating. So, yeah, that might be fun, because I don't want to let my burger go cold here. Have you heard of Brigador, says Siphon? Yes, I have it. I have it, and it is really fun. Played it a couple of times on stream. I don't know whether I actually kept those streams up, but Brigador is really fun. Really fun indie mech game, where you just destroy everything. Imagine Pokemon Snap in VR. Oh, the thing is, I can't get behind VR. I really can't support VR. I know it's an interesting concept for a lot of people, and it's fun for the few people that can actually manage it. Because of health and personal reasons, though, I can't manage it and I can't endorse it. So, it's an interesting concept, and it definitely pushes some games forwards, like Half-Life Alyx, in terms of interaction and things. I'm behind with that, but the possible or potential health negatives that you can get from it definitely outweigh the benefits for me. Especially because I've been suffering with that for a year. Anyway, I'll let you guys listen to these GameSpot guys for about the next couple of minutes while I'm just eating my burger so I'm not chewing on stream. And then we'll get back into this. So,
trailer look at Indiana Jones being a cool closing thing for the conference. I'd buy that. I'm in on that.
I would love to see just what they do, because obviously there have been Indiana Jones games in the past. There was that big cancelled one that everyone was kind of super excited about, and I do wonder at this point if Indiana Jones still has the sort of same start. Like, it's a very well-known, famous franchise. Does it still have the same pull as it did, you know, when everyone was super excited for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? But, you know, I'm very intrigued to see if it kind of also lies into the new. Oh, okay. The Starfield trailer is up on the Washington Post website for more reason. 11th of the 11th, 2022. I'm just gonna, yep.
Let's go.
Yeah, so it's live now.
Okay.
So
Yep.
we definitely know we're gonna get
I'm
stuff.
watching this live. It's a 2-minute trailer. Okay, it begins. We're dissect. This is now a Starfield dissection stream. Okay, so we're looking at the moon here. From award-winning creators of Skyrim and Fallout 4. A brand new universe, 25 years in the making. Bethesda logo.
Oh dear.
Bethesda Game Studios logo. Oh, you absolutely hate to see this.
I mean, Tam, you might want to check in on News Slack, because as our managing editor, they're asking what we do with this one. It's still up, like, release date, so wow, that's taken a real big surprise out of today.
What?
Jesus
Wow.
Christ!
Yeah, that is-
it's the
that is-
weekend.
Someone's getting
It's the weekend.
talking to.
Yikes!
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's a
still
CG
up.
trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got it right.
Wow. Yikes! I like how we
So
all got
it
to
seems like a
live
very
that
much
through
like
together.
a open. Yeah, it feels like a very open. You're like an adventure in space,
Yeah.
trying to find some sort of key to unlock something amazing. But sadly, no actual gameplay so far. I'm getting a huge No Man's Sky vibe off of it.
Oh yeah,
honestly.
totally. I was about to say the exact
Yeah, it's
same
just
thing. I'm like the ship
and
design.
like the ship looks very. Yeah, the ship also has like a Star Wars feel going on.
I don't know if we should show it on our stream right now,
No,
so
we
maybe
shouldn't- we
let's cut
shouldn't
away
show it
from
on
that.
our
Let's
stream.
shut up.
Probably
no,
not.
let's not do that. We'll probably get an angry call off of Xbox if we do, but you know, learning about it live.
You hate to see it.
Wow.
You hate to see it.
Mhm.
I mean, it's there.
Really hate to
The
see it.
release date is there as well. 11/11/22.
Xbox and PC
Is that-
only,
is that the
also
release date?
according
Yep.
to our news Slack.
Yeah, Xbox and PC only. There goes one of the big
Well-
surprises for Bethesda.
Xbox Series XS specifically. No last gen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, beyond
Wow,
Starfield,
so,
what
yeah.
do you guys think we're gonna see today?
I
What are
mean-
your big hopes and dreams? We've already had Elden Ring. We've already had Starfield. Jordan, what do you reckon?
Yeah,
Or Tam, you go first.
Yeah, Tam, go for it.
I'll go first. I'm kind of hoping to see Ghostwire Tokyo. I know that my are low, but that is a game I'm.
and we're back. That moment where I had to speed run eating a burger. I'm probably going to get copyright strike for anything that was on during the time that I was eating because I had the headset off. Oh, fun stuff. We had this problem last year with Ubisoft, which is why I didn't. I think it was last year or the year before. Can't remember exactly, but it was the same thing with Ubisoft, where Ubisoft copyrighted certain, or copyright struck certain bits of audio, and a lot of streamers got hit with problems of not being able to stream for 90 days because of it.
It was because it was Just Dance, so it was all copyrighted music.
Yeah, it was all copyrighted music. It was a complete farce. So, fun stuff. Just want to be able to chime in and give my own opinion, you know. We got 24 minutes left. We just talk about Pokemon Snap still in VR here. I would say Elite Dangerous VR. Have you seen the Armstrong moment yet? No, I haven't. Elite's one of those games where I've played it for like 30 odd hours. I would have put more into it, but the people that I was playing with stopped playing it, and then I forgot how to play the game. Oh, it was bad. Forgot my setup for it, forgot how to play the game, and as a result, didn't really get far in it, although I did enjoy what I played, where I was just going around and picking off pirates and stuff. What is this? Naraka Blade Point. What? Oh, it's a Battle Royale. Oh, yeah. Another Battle Royale. I feel like that is one thing that's become an oversaturated market, you know. Like, sure, they do well, but it just feels like it's a completely oversaturated market at the moment, and they need to kind of either do something amazingly different, or just don't do it. Yeah. There's too many of them at this point. How do you guys feel about battle royales? Anyone know what Starfield is about gameplay-wise? No. Unfortunately not. Chat's reaction to battle royales is just meh. Yeah. I'm more or less the same. I don't really like him too much. Don't care for him, so don't do those type of games. Like, some of them do look interesting, don't get me wrong. Like, the art style for this looks pretty cool. The whole thing is, I would have preferred it if it was actually, like, your standard sort of, like, third-person action game or whatever, instead of specifically being a multiplayer battle royale. I feel like a lot of people are definitely, well, in the industry, that again are trying to do this whole thing of following a trend, because they know that's where the money is, instead of actually trying new things. It's like, because we had PUBG, we've had Fortnite, and they're the two big ones, and then of course you've got COD Warzone. I feel like everybody is trying to really capitalize on that, purely because that's where the money is at the moment. Like, you can charge for extra skins and stuff from kids, and as a result, you can get money really easily. But I also feel that shows off part of the industry that is potentially the most scummiest, you know, the whole thing of how much monetization can we put in a game. I feel like when you start going down that slippery slope of how much monetization can we get out of a title that already costs somebody, unless it's, you know, free to play. And that's potentially when it becomes really scummy and you start straying into EA territories. The only shooting games I like is Gundam and Red Dead. I've not played Red Dead since the first one. I didn't really enjoy it too much.
I need to go back on the second one.
A war system that takes from Battle Royale could be good, but need more than one life, says Marcus. That's one thing that really annoys me about Battle Royales and stuff, apart from like Apex, where Apex you can kind of get rezzed again. It's the whole thing of you only have one life, and if you have really bad luck at the beginning, then that's it, you're out, and it's a waste of your time. You know, I feel like it definitely falls in line with what I've said previously about games like GBO2, where people do lobbies, and the lobbies are specifically set up so that one team will lose and one team will win, just so people can get easy tokens on them and stuff. If you actually want to play the game properly, it's just a waste of your time. You know, if you want to try and enjoy yourself, well then no, it's no point. You know, so using that as an example, if you go in and have bad luck in most of your rounds, you ain't gonna have a fun time. It's just gonna be frustrating. And it's not sort of the whole thing of get good. Sometimes, depending on the game, it comes down to luck of what weapon drops you get and stuff. So, pretty unfortunate. Madden might be a Microsoft exclusive due to its first time exclusive, not fully exclusive. Be interesting to see what happens with Microsoft this year. Like, no joke, because I was saying before, I like to see what potential the underdog has. I feel like Microsoft is definitely the underdog going into this. Like, we already know PlayStation are doing pretty well for themselves again, riding off the back of the PS4. The only thing we're suffering from is scalpers at the moment. You know, so they're doing pretty well. They got some exclusives in the works that are going to be interesting to see at some point in the future. We got the new Ratchet game that just came out, I think. But for Microsoft, especially considering the whole thing with Halo last year, I feel like they have a lot to lose at this point in terms of attention on their actual place in the console market. Like, I think I've mentioned this before, but Halo is really one of Microsoft's biggest selling games. It's the one thing where you think of Xbox normally, at least for me anyway, and it's Halo, Gears of War, and Forza. But the thing is, they've not had a Gears of War game since 5 now, if I remember rightly, or the mobile app one, which we won't talk about because it was like Pop Vinyls or something. Forza, I don't think they've announced a new one yet. So you'd expect Microsoft to really come out swinging with Infinite. And the thing is, it's like, it's always been the flagship title. They've always brought out a Halo game and gone, look, it's as good as it can be, you know, and tried to pass it off as that even if it isn't. I feel like last year's announcement with them turning around and being like, oh, this is Halo Infinite, this is what it's going to look like, and clearly it was like an alpha or whatever. You know, clearly that was a really big mistake. Like, new console, fresh start, you want to hit it out of the park as hard as you can, especially E3 when a lot of eyes are on you. If you ain't showing your A game, or you ain't showing something that is really damn good, especially considering it's your flagship title for your new console that you've touted as being the best console you've ever produced, and the best Halo game you've ever produced, if it ain't living up to that standard, then it's just not gonna be good, you know. And clearly last year's showing was not up to that standard. Everyone's going into this thinking, you know what, it's going to look fantastic and it might play really good as long as it's not Halo 5, you know, thinking that, you know, Halo 5's graphics weren't amazingly bad. The art style was questionable, yeah, but, you know, it's like the new approach 343's taken to Halo has been questionable overall, but you'd imagine, oh, the graphics are going to be great on the new console. Just imagine what they can do with it. And it looked worse than something that you would see on the 360. No, it was not good. Was not good at all.
Oh, Craig.
Yeah, and we had Craig as well, so yeah, that was not a good impression for Microsoft. This is the best that we can do, but it looks worse than what we've done on the 360. Oh boy. Microsoft, PSO only for Microsoft. No, it's multiplat. I'm not so sure about NGS, but Marcus says, I like Star Citizen. It's one of those games that you can sink into. Yeah, Ion was playing it the other day. He couldn't get out of bed for about 5 to 10 minutes. In-game, by the way. As I understand, says Siphon, part of the supply problem with the Xbox Series X and PS5 is that both systems are using a lot of the same chipsets, which are in very high demand. Yeah, the pandemic has made it so a lot of stuff is in high demand, which is another reason why you just can't get stuff. Star Citizen is a game that isn't complete. That is true. It's basically early access. Hey, Young. You've not missed much so far. Did anyone else have the stream randomly delay? I mean, I hope not. Halo 5 graphics were more geared towards maintaining a 60 frames per second. Yeah. Star Citizen may be incomplete, but it's more playable than some of the current releases. Oof. Frankly, as long as the game's fun, I don't care much about the graphics of Infinite, says Siphon. That's all fine and dandy saying that, because I agree in the basics of gameplay needs to be the center and needs to be fun. And it looked like the gameplay was going to be kind of fun, but my whole deal with it is if you're bragging that your console is the most powerful, and that this is supposed to be the best thing your console can offer, and yet it doesn't match up with what you're saying, well then, it doesn't matter how good the gameplay is. For the mass audience, you ain't gonna get that attention. I mean, look what happened. We had memes about Craig, we had all the comments about all the ways that the graphics were absolutely crap and stuff. That negative response basically killed any sort of hype that you would have had for it. It slowly got the build up again after they showed off a lot of other content, you know, that has been slowly worked on for the past year, but I'm glad they turned that entire thing around and said, look, we're going to delay it, because they really needed to. You know, there is that base expectation for people that going into the next generation, it has to look good and play good, and if it doesn't, well then, you know, it's just not good. That's always the base expectation for stuff, and with graphics being fawned over a lot by the introduction of new things like Unreal Engine 5 now, it's, apart from indie games, you can't really get away with that whole thing of, oh, the gameplay is great, so it's going to sell well. You know, with a AAA game, there is that sort of base expectation that, yeah, it has to look good as well. It's unfortunately one of the things with AAA games that you just have to deal with, you know, if you're developing them, is the whole thing of, yeah, there is that level of expectation when it comes to visuals as well as the gameplay. Siphon says, I agree, Microsoft shot themselves in the foot the way they marketed it last year, and then Infinite came out looking so last gen. Yeah, I'm the same, Siphon. I'm hoping that all these screens that we've seen from Infinite over the past year, I hope they show off either the same demo again, but with those visual improvements, or they go one step further and they show an extended demo that shows off that bit and more, or just different areas. I don't want them to focus on just multiplayer, because I feel like after that campaign demo, they really need to pull it back. There's still people just chilling out in the background here on the GameSpot stream, just chatting for the moment, so we've not got much in terms of content to go off, which is why the banner's back on. You know. Marcus says, well, I agree, that is an extreme for some of it. I think that $300 is not that much when it comes to when done responsibly. Some people just have money that they have nothing to do with and will spend. True. If people have disposable income, they will spend it on almost anything if they want. But it is pretty ridiculous when you think about it, you know. How many other games could you buy for that price? Will the game look good in motion, says Siphon. That's my question. I hope so. Like, for Infinite, my hope is that it kind of regains some of the classic sort of feel that it used to have, especially because they brought on Joe Staten. And with Joe Staten there, hopefully we should regain some of that classic Halo feel, hopefully. They need to show off campaigns, some multiplayer, and a glimpse into how customization works, says John. Definitely, I feel like they need to show off a lot more of the game to not only regain hype, but also get people more psyched up for this, generate more hype. You know, you can't just turn around and be like, oh, we've got a decent level of recovery from Infinite's trailer or whatever they show off now. It needs to be a case of this needs to be one of the things that generates the most hype so we recover and get some more interest in it again, so we're not having that situation where it's like, oh, what's going on with Infinite? And then you just see more Craig memes. Oh. Because I have seen so many Craig memes. I even posted some in Discord before this for a laugh. I am guilty of that, considering they were there saying, oh, the graphics are such high fidelity with everything else that we can't... It was something like, the graphics are so high fidelity that we've not bothered or can't do her follicles anymore. And it's like, are you kidding me? You were doing this stuff in Halo 3? You know, that game's from 2007. We've come more than 10 years and you can't do her. And then you look at like Unreal Engine and they're simulating her on stuff like Gears of War 3 and beyond, and it's pretty good her simulation. It's like, excuse me, what have you been doing, 343? What are you trying to push? Dave, you are Craig. How did you know? Yeah, in other games industry news, I don't know whether everybody's seen, but Marty O'Donnell's in trouble again with Bungie. Bungie decided, because he'd uploaded footage of inside Bungie from years ago, when they were doing the original Halo games, that wasn't published on any behind the scenes and was exclusive to stuff that he'd filmed for them. They're basically suing him again, which is a mess. You know, Bungie can't seem to leave Marty alone. Poor Marty. Hey, Exram. Yeah, you're not late. You're not late. Like 50 minutes into the pre-stream. We're almost there now. We're almost at E3. At least the Xbox, Bethesda, and Square Enix events. I don't know whether they're going to be one after the other and we're going to have this long event, or whether it's going to be a case of doing this one for Xbox and then doing another one for Square Enix and another one for Bethesda later down the line. We'll have to see. I'd like it to be one long event, to be honest, so I can just cover it. See you on the other side, Siphon. Fingers crossed for greatness. Indeed, yeah. We'll have to see. Preview of Square Enix and more coming up. That's what's on show at the moment. Let's show you guys. We're getting there. We got GameSpot constantly chiming in with all its people, giving the 2 cents. You know. All eyes are on this at the moment. We got 32,000 people watching, not this stream, but the actual GameSpot stream. I'm not going to open chat on there end either, because chat's normally full of crazy people, so we've just got our own stream going on here. Let's see how this goes. John says, I saw a lot of people online saying how Marty shouldn't be idolized because of his behavior at Bungie during Destiny's development. True, I think I kind of agree with that. Like, Marty has this kind of air of, like, sort of, look at me, I'm Marty O'Donnell, you know, look at what I've done and things like that. But then again, when you've made some really damn good music and had a lot of influence on the industry in terms of, like, music in general, and work on some really damn good stuff, well then of course he's going to have a bit of an ego on him. The hell is that? What are they pointing at on the floor there? Looks like some E3 merch. Yeah, it is. E3 merch. At E3.com. Go and buy the merch now. You know. That'll be sold out in 2 seconds and people will be scalping it online. So we've not got much going on at the moment on this stream. Come on, guys. It's been 50 odd minutes. Get round to the actual games. I want to get hype, or alternatively laugh at disappointing things. Exam says, just woke up. Here's hoping something interesting gets announced. Indeed. Indeed. Come on, guys. Let's see what they're up to audio-wise. Let's put on the audio. Let's see what.
Eidos Montreal plus an update on Babylon's Fall. Details on the Black Panther expansion.
I'm on board, Ash. I'm on board.
And a first look at Life is Strange Remastered. Golden Boy, what are you most excited about? I'm glad you asked, Greg. Ladies and gentlemen, in September 2020, a game called Marvel's Avengers came out, and y'all enjoyed it for like a week, but this guy enjoys it to this day, and this is my day, all right? This is the day where I take it back. Panther.
Okay, so Greg Miller's doing his thing. He's as insufferable as ever. Let's just ignore Greg. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, the freaking Avengers game was boring as hell and monetized through the roof just to get as much money out of kids as possible. By the time they introduced Hawkeye to it, everybody was just like, wait, what? Crystal Dynamics? This is a new Tomb Raider? Kind of looks like it. Every Tomb Raider since, I'm going to say about Legends or Anniversary, I've not been interested in. Because of the new direction they took. That looks way too much like Uncharted. That was cringe as hell, says Shinju. Yes, it was. Eat your burger and potato sticks, says John. I've already eaten the burger. I speedrun that. Terrible host, says Gate. Yeah, it's pretty cringe. I know I can be cringe at times, but Jesus Christ. You know, that's some massive levels of cringe. The disaster of the Marvel games. Greg, look at my massive ego, Miller, says John. I feel like some games industry journalists are just like that because of how far they've gone up the ladder in terms of getting access to behind the scenes stuff or whatever. Oh, come on, just start the show.
Did they follow the tutorial for it? How long did it take him to do it?
Sorry for anyone that can hear me drinking on mic, by the way. I'm sat here just drinking some nice fizzy lime drink while I'm waiting. Come on. What are you most excited to see from Square Enix? Babylon's Fall, Life is Strange, or the world premiere of Eidos Montreal? Okay, so the only thing out of that I'm interested in is Babylon's Fall and world premiere of from Eidos Montreal. Primarily because Life is Strange is trash, and the freaking Avengers Marvel sort of universe, I went off years ago. Honestly, after they did Civil War, I just fell out of it completely, but I was already done by the time they'd done freaking Winter Soldier. I watched Winter Soldier and was like, oh, that was fun. And then they didn't do anything that was as good ever again. So yeah, completely oversaturated market with superhero films as well now. The sooner we get rid of them, the better. Can we just go back to normal action films and stuff? Oh, don't even get me started on that. You are funny cringe, not cringe that hurts my brain, Moody, says Shinju. Thank you very much, Shinju. I appreciate the honesty. Oh my god, are we actually getting started? Is Greg gonna shut up? I thought Miller was a massive Sony fanboy, says John. He might be. I have never cringed to you, Moody. You're all good, says Marcus. Thank you very much, Marcus. I appreciate the support. I put up with you, says John. Oh, thanks, John. Thanks. Nice to know. There are 40,000 people currently watching GameSpot's live stream and putting up with Greg's shit. I just want them to get on with this now. We've been at this for an hour and 3 minutes. E3 was meant to have started by now, I think. Can we skip the commentary for them and just get into the games? Exram says, Moody has a nice, sexy accent and nice attitude. These people lack so much, hard to watch sometimes. Thanks, Exram. Shinju says, not that I ever cringe to you. Oh. Always fun doing this kind of thing with you guys, especially when I'm in the right mood and mindset. Always a good laugh. We used to, says Gate. Indeed. 41,000 people! Come on! 42,000 now. Everybody's slowly logging in. GameSpot's down voting is at 269. They've got 5,900 upvotes at this current point in time. Or likes, sorry. Upvotes. What the hell am I on about? My brain suddenly just skipped and went on autopilot there. Come on. E3's probably started already and they're just mouthing over this now.
Nah, I think it's still got a few minutes to go.
A few minutes of watching Greg and his friend here just chat randomly. Honestly, I really want to see some more from Double Fine. Watching behind the scenes on Double Fine's own YouTube channel for Psychonauts 2 has me kind of hyped. Because Microsoft bought them, we might actually see more this year. I imagine they've probably been getting an E3 demo together. At least that's me being optimistic, you know. Jesus Christ. Do I have to look at Greg's face for like another 5 minutes or more? I'm getting sick of it already. Let's just put the E3 banner on. He's annoying me. In my old age, I'm slowly becoming less tolerant to people's bullshit. And this is just annoying me. You asked for brutal honesty, says Shinjiro. Indeed, I like everybody being honest. I don't like being surrounded by a bunch of people that only say yes or agree with me to everything, you know, or constantly like, oh, you're great, you know. I don't have that, which is what I like about you guys.
Yes, dear.
God damn it, Jen. What the hell are they doing on the stream here? Like, Greg's just pointing at it, and let's see. He's just stood there pointing.
Take me. I need a 12 minutes release date, Phil. All right, I need that. I need Starfield.
Phil.
We need to see Halo. Don't do this to him again. Tim Schafer, make Psychonauts come out today. It's a simple request.
Greg,
all right?
the lighting can't get there, Greg.
It doesn't matter.
The lighting can't get there.
Most people are listening to this as a podcast. Look
Philip
at
Elizabeth
39
Spencer.
seconds.
Philip Elizabeth Spencer,
it's
if you're
happening.
watching this right now, just know, man, just bring the thunder, brother. That's all I want. Just bring the thunder, dude. Give me the chief.
I don't think Phil's watching this right now. He's probably getting ready for that over there.
Jesus Christ. That was like... I thought before was cringe. That was really bad. I can imagine that being clipped by somebody. I can imagine that bit just being clipped by somebody and being put as real cringe. Oh, are we starting here? Oh my god, we're starting. Finally. Jesus, I don't have to put up with that anymore. Okay, guys, here we go.
Are you sure about that?
Starting out with the vectored graphics. Hey, there's the original Xbox. This is one thing I've noticed recently, that going over the history and stuff and looking back, which is really nice. Good times, good times. I remember when I first started watching E3 at E3 2003. That was a good one, because that was where they showed off Halo 2, I think. Either 2003 or 2004 they showed off Halo 2 for the first time. And that was so good. Been watching ever since. Okay. Show us something good, Microsoft.
20 years. That's how long Xbox has been with us. And like you, this is a moment I always look forward to. I love seeing the new games, crossing my fingers for my favorites to return,
It's
hoping
tough.
for a few surprises. Most of all, though, I love seeing everyone around the world come together and celebrate what games mean to all of us.
Is this good that
I
they
think,
start out with
this
Todd?
past year, it meant even more. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you for the support you give us and one another. Xbox is turning 20, And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the friendships we've had that whole time. At Bethesda, we believe video games do one thing better than anything else. They transport us.
The Dragon game got scrapped, Marcus. Sorry for muting that, by the way, guys.
And can make it your own. We've traveled the worlds of Elder Scrolls, of Fallout, and now, for the first time in over 25 years, we're creating a new universe. With
Ooh.
Starfield.
Okay,
Set
so
hundreds of years in our future, it's an epic about hope, our shared humanity, and answering our greatest mystery. It's a game we've dreamt of playing, and it wasn't until now that we have the hardware, the technology, and the team who's hard at work at home to make that dream a reality.
Todd, I'm sorry I have to mute you again there for a moment, but this sounds a lot like Destiny right now. Okay, alpha in-game footage. Oh, that might be memed. So they've been doing this for 25 years, that's what they're trying to tell everybody. Oh, they've been coming up with it. Okay.
They say the wonder is not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it.
That looks like a
You're part of
P90.
Constellation now. Part of our family.
Hope the
What you
audio
found,
balancing's alright for you guys.
It's the key to unlocking everything.
We reach your constellation.
This is all we've been working towards.
Jemison route looks good.
We've come to the beginning of humanity's final journey.
Prepare for departure. Graviton loop array full.
This still feels like a cutscene at the moment. Show me some actual gameplay.
Spacelane is clear.
Like something
That's why we're
I can
here.
look at and be like, okay, somebody's actually physically playing this.
To discover what's out there.
Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
Is it just me, or does that look like the woman from Returnal? You know, the one that looks like Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones. That's definitely pre-rendered. Yeah, I was thinking that. If you guys can hear the stuff that's on screen as well as me, but not me talking over it too much, that's great. No. Because that's what I want. Is you to be actually able to hear this as well as me talking over it. Play day one with Xbox Game Pass. That
It
gives
is awesome
nothing.
to share with you for the very first time one of the most anticipated games in the world from Todd Howard and the team at Bethesda Game Studios. A groundbreaking game, and yes, it's exclusive. Welcome to the Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase.
Okay, so it's exclusive
I am
to
so excited
Microsoft.
and proud
That's
to be
that's
here
at least
today
good.
Celebrating games, because although it's been an incredibly tough year, I am grateful that games have been such an important source of joy and connection.
Oh no, we're not doing this route, are we?
We are committed to forging the next era of gaming.
Oh.
Conjuring worlds
Okay, so
never
let's mute this
before
for a moment.
possible. Unlocking
I don't want to mute the nice lady here, but I hope they don't do what they did, I think it was last year, where they apologized for Fallout 76, and then talked for like 5 to 10 minutes about inclusivity and accessibility. Just get on with showing the games. Oh.
So today, we get to reveal more of what's to come. We have an amazing show, 30 titles, 27 in Xbox Game Pass. And of course, every single console title you'll see today is optimized for Xbox Series X and S, offering next-gen performance, speed, and features. We get to work with the best studios on Earth. Next is something truly riveting. The latest
Truly
entry in
riveting.
the haunting and evocative franchise created by GSC Game World, Stalker 2.
I'm not mocking her,
Coming
by the way,
first to
guys.
Xbox
It's
Series
just funny how
consoles and
scripted
PC.
this is, you know.
This will be a
I prefer it to
true
sound at
next-gen
least a little
experience,
bit more
targeting
natural than a
4K
marketing
resolution
pitch.
and ray tracing. Let's take a look at what you'll get to play when it launches next year.
Why is she wearing the Fallout color scheme for John? I didn't actually notice that. God, I've not seen Stalker in ages.
Чё там?
Готово.
Ну и пошли они нахрен.
Спасибо тебе. Ты многим сталкерам жизнь спас.
Ну, давай, малюй картину
If something
масла.
jumps out at them and kills them all, I was gonna say now while I'm drinking, I'm gonna end up spilling my drink all over me. Okay, so this looks pretty good actually, so far. It's actual gameplay. Gameplay is better than nothing. Is that a G36? Yeah, it is. It's a G36 with a scope on it now. Okay, that's nice. My inner gun nut is already getting hype. Grenade.
Поэтому я ни в какие разборки
Nice.
и не лезу. Не хочу пулю поймать.
Makes me
не
actually
знаю.
want to play old Stalker games
Между
on PC
аномалией и
now.
маслиной я уже лучше пулю выберу.
Oh god, this looks good. I gotta say, this actually does look good. What the? Oh, okay, it's Jibs. Okay. You're not supposed to see your stalker, says proof.
Вот ты говоришь, а я прям вижу красоту эту. Не первый год в зоне, вроде примелькалась уже, а каждый день удивляет.
Зона надоесть не может. Говорят, ты знаешь, где вход в фундамент.
Not gonna lie, actually really enjoying this show so far. My opinion may change at any moment based on what else they show, but for the moment it's looking pretty nice.
Узнаешь мотив?
And that's the point where I hit mute quickly before it played the entire tune, just in case it's copyrighted. Come on, take the music out. It's still playing. There we
Ну и
go.
тоже по кругу лобаешь.
Сам же просишь. У меня музучилище, если что.
О, месье, прошу прощения.
Honestly, I've been wanting like my Wasteland Survivor style fix ever since Fallout 3. Fallout 4 didn't really cut it for me. This looks, ooh, hello. Okay, blood everywhere, some random test tube looking things. Nice lighting. I'm liking. Person's got a bit of a bad, oh Jesus, a bit of a bad aim.
Да пошел ты. Зря ты так с друзьями. Ты же его на вылазки таскаешь.
Чего-чего, а дружбы в зоне я точно не встречу.
There is no friendship in the zone.
Это верно.
The zoning capital.
Он мучился?
Нет.
Это хорошо. Он этого не заслужил.
А пулю заслужил.
Loving this,
Жаль, что ты так с ним поступил.
Мне
these
тоже.
visuals.
Считаешь, я не думал,
Oh,
как
they look
обойтись
really
без его
nice.
смерти?
Even if I have got the video minimized.
Зато теперь посмотри на нее. Нет, Скиф, я не отдам ее никому. Зона дала мне жизнь, новую жизнь. Жизнь, которую я готов вернуть, если потребуется. Я буду защищать ее. Всегда.
That guy's hair reminded me of David Bowie for a moment. Okay, liking this lightning railgun looking thing? Oh, okay. That is a really nice visual. I like that set piece.
Похоже, пора.
Bethesda, you have me interested.
В Припять. Нужно с ним поговорить.
Удачной охоты, сталкер.
Ooh. Okay, okay. Didn't expect that. Looking interesting. Not gonna lie, really like the look of that. Moody loves the scenery, says Proof. Dude, I'm all about that scenery. Oh, this is Back for Blood, I think. The what's meant to be Left 4 Dead 3. Yeah, it is.
We're surviving here. Rebuilding. Surviving's not enough.
I'm not sure about this one.
No, we don't need to do anything. Alright, when was the last time you saw written in any numbers?
Like, I didn't enjoy Left 4 Dead 2 as much as I did Left 4 Dead 1. So we'll have to see how this goes. Oh god, I just realised I'm gonna get freaking copyright striked for the audio there. I muted it after it had played like 10 seconds worth of freaking audio. God damn it. Why do they have to use copyright stuff? Okay. So, it doesn't really change up much from the established Left 4 Dead sort of gameplay. We have the card system that they announced earlier. Sure, it looks nice visually, but it doesn't really catch my attention as much as I would like. Maybe because it's not something that's new, you know. I'd say that's long past its the date that it could have made way more money, you know, coming off the back of like Left 4 Dead 2. We'll have the hardcore fans that still want that stuff, but... Oh, more music? Come on. Try and do a stream here without getting absolutely screwed over, and they're constantly putting on stuff to potentially screw over streamers. Avalanche. What did Avalanche do last time? I'm trying to remember. Is this a Deathloop game, or am I thinking something else? You can unmute now or not, says John. Yeah, I'm not going to unmute because it's still got audio playing. Okay, so is this like a heist plan or something going on here? Okay. Co-op, open world. And then doesn't tell you anything else. Just a co-op open world. Okay, there's somebody working on a vehicle with sparks spraying on them. Some really elaborate case. Contraband. Okay, now actually show us something. Oh wow. It's okay, it's just a CGI trailer, guys. No big deal. That was boring. Oh no, not Sea of Thieves. Let's see if I can actually play the audio from this. Oh, Sea of Thieves, man, it was okay for like the first year or so, and then it just went really downhill. I'm surprised anybody's even still playing this thing.
An ill wind blows from beyond the horizon. A new danger is coming on the tides. And the one who might stop this ruin, trapped for all forever in the sea of the damned.
Okay, so is it like another expansion, I'm assuming?
Life. You must start by saving the life of one.
It'll be like another content expansion that gives you a bit more story about the world, but they've released this stuff so slowly. I lost my interest after like the first year. Oh, it's a crossover with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Captain Jack Sparrow. But I suspect you already knew that.
Either they've actually got Johnny to reprise his role for that, or no, because of that, it's probably either been in works for a while, or they've got somebody impersonating him because of the trouble that Johnny's had recently.
This world will sink into shadow. This sea holds many secrets.
They should have done this like at the end of year 1. It would have been so much better as a content drop.
From what I hear of this so-called Sea of Thieves, it's nothing but cursed crews, bloodthirsty mermaids, a legion of dead, angry pirates. Oh yes, and now one Davy Jones.
Oh, okay. So you get to take on Davy Jones, is that?
Well, I believe that now is the perfect time to use these cannons.
The crab on the cannon there. Oh god, music. It's probably the Pirates of the Caribbean theme. Gonna have to turn it off. Not gonna lie, it looks interesting, but this would have been way better year 1. What the? Yeah, it looks good. A bit too late though. Personally. Coming free though. Free expansion, that's not bad. Available with Game Pass. It's got audio in the background. Wait, oh, that's... I might be able to get away with this. Yakuza coming to Xbox?
Hey, how's it going?
It's funny, because we just started playing 6 on the PS5.
Reputation is everything. If a Yakuza shows weakness, he's done. Time to call a friend!
Wait, what? I don't even... Shen, we might have to play the next Yakuza game as well after we finish 6. Because it has lobsters in it that look like they group up and try and attack you. And a chicken, yeah. No, just keep leveling on 6 for the moment, because 6 is pretty cool. Pre-alpha gameplay? Oh, it's Battlefield. Okay, so they're actually showing gameplay. Come on, show me some more. Okay. This is one that I could get really hyped for, depending on what they show. Okay. Here's the part where I get a message from Sean saying, dude, we're getting a new Xbox and we're playing Battlefield. I'm like, okay, I guess you've roped me into this. Oh, I like that. Is that a sand cloud? Or a dust storm or something? I really like that. Okay, dropping a tank. Okay, not gonna lie, this actually has got my attention now. This really does actually look pretty good. At first I was thinking, it's not too special, and then next minute they pull out stuff like this. Tornado? They're gonna go in the building's gonna come down. Why would you go up in the lift? Okay, so they got the Crisis style way of customizing stuff on the fly? Why have you got a suppressor on outside? There's no need for it. Oh, there's the bit off the trailer. Okay. Zip rope into the other building. It's a Vector, but it has burst fire. Is that just how somebody's using it? And there's the wing suit. The thing is, though, because it's built on friggin' Frostbite and that recently got leaked, it's gonna have hackers. Because the Frostbite source engine got leaked. Oh, sorry, the Frostbite source code. Not gonna lie, I'm really liking the look of this. Give me more explosions! All I needed to top this off for me would be mechs, like the earliest mechs that you can see before 2142. Okay. That's got me interest at least. Okay, turn the audio off for that for a moment. Let's check chat. Sea of Thieves needed revitalization. Stream does not want to stay live for me, says Marcus. That's crap. 12 minutes. That was pretty boring for a showing.
I'm interested in that one though. They don't want it. They can't really show anything of it. That's the problem.
Psychonauts!
I can't believe I'm really here. Psychonauts headquarters.
This is what I wanted.
Gadgets.
The mind is the final frontier of humanity.
I'm ready for anything.
Do you know the milkman? Okay, it's actually looking really, really cool.
Time for justice!
I love the way they actually went back and played Psychonauts 1 a lot as well during development to kind of get that feel.
The fate of the free-thinking world is in your hands.
Oh, I'm loving how colourful this looks.
I'm afraid that means the dead letter office for you.
The mission is falling apart. A psychonaut must always remember how to roll with it.
Oh, they've done another ball level like the first one.
What am I doing?
Oh, love Raz's voice actor.
This is a mission about the fate of the world. Can you do that?
Yes, if I can find some bacon.
I'm going to ignore that last part.
The fate of the world relies on Raz being able to get bacon. Okay, available August 25th? Yeah, that was definitely on the cards. Don't know about you guys, but I really like that.
This is usually the moment when I say hello and welcome to the Bethesda E3 showcase. We love that we can share the stage with Xbox this year, and whether you've known Bethesda for 35 years or are just getting to know us, we couldn't be happier to bring you the latest on your favorite games. We started this showcase with my good friend Todd Howard, who gave you a first look at Starfield. Along with Bethesda Game Studios, all of our teams are continuing to work on the projects that have been in development since well before we joined the Xbox family. So rest assured, the games you've been expecting and hoping for are still in the works. And today, we're bringing 10 more titles to Game Pass for a total of 30 Bethesda games. That includes several id Software games, like the award-winning Doom Eternal. If you're looking for another reason to play it, Doom Eternal will be optimized for Xbox Series X and S on June 29th. Powered by id Tech, this next-gen upgrade will be free for everyone who owns Doom Eternal. And on Series X, it will offer improved visuals at 60 FPS with ray tracing, a 4K mode, and an optional performance mode up to 120 FPS. Or maybe you're in the mood for an RPG, like Skyrim, which marks its 10th anniversary.
Not Skyrim again.
We can't celebrate it without you.
Why? This is a meme at this point. It's been a meme for years. Come on.
On Skyrim10.com. Or explore an ever-changing.
Would you like to play Skyrim on your newest Xbox?
Fallout 76. Everything you love about Fallout games. Custom camp building, rich storylines, warring factions, unique characters, places to discover. You'll find it all here. In fact, Fallout 76 is now one of the most popular games on Game Pass, thanks to an incredibly welcoming and collaborative community.
Within the same, Fallout 76 is the most, my brain filled it in the rest of his sentence as, the most broken game ever launched.
Brotherhood of Steel are guardians of human civilization.
I wonder how much of a mess this is going to put Bethesda in now.
Atlas is safe. It came at a great cost.
The Brotherhood must stand united. The super mutant threat takes priority. This proves more than anything the need for our justice.
Okay, so you got Crazy Brotherhood of Steel, and you've got the mutants with power armor again. Reminded me a lot of Fallout 3.
And returning them home.
So it comes to this.
Oh wow, they're totally channeling the
I thought you understood
the whole American thing, like Metal Wolf Chaos there with that power armor.
The Brotherhood.
I set this plan in motion, and I am the only one who can stop it.
Choose justice.
The Brotherhood of Steel must protect the future of Appalachia and of the world. Your righteous
Hey, Power Fist?
crusade
Not seen one of
has
those in a
gone
while.
Too far.
Or choose duty.
I believe that we are now stronger than ever.
Decide the fate of the Brotherhood.
That can never be undone.
Totally fine, just car going past in the background. Steel Rain. Okay, okay. Pretty neat. Still not gonna get me to play Fallout 76 though. Out of principle.
What the hell was that? Expedition Squad Delta, report. Over. Squad Delta, what's going on out there?
Oh?
Come on. This isn't funny. I know you can hear me.
Is that's a vertibird? At least it looked like it. Oh. Is something else from Fallout? The pit, yeah. Okay, so it's another one. It's the pit for Fallout 76. Didn't they do the pit for
Wasteland
Fallout
isn't
3?
the only open-world playground with an amazing community. The Elder Scrolls Online from ZeniMax Online Studios has now surpassed 18 million players and shows no signs of slowing down.
I don't know whether it does make sense
Players are
lore-wise.
enjoying the new Blackwood chapter, part of the Gates of Oblivion year-long adventure. We've got a lot more to come in ESO, including the conclusion to
They've
this
resold
epic story
Skyrim for
later
years.
this
Yep.
fall with
Fallout
ESO
77.
And with the release of ESO
Play it, you
console
bag of
enhanced
munches,
this
says John.
Tuesday,
No,
the
no,
game will
no.
deliver a true
Staying away from that
native
train wreck.
experience optimized
Even if
for the Series
Dragox keeps on telling me over and over again to play stuff like that. I don't play train wrecks. Okay, so Elder Scrolls Online, I remember testing this when they had the betas. The thing is, the bases were so full of people, you couldn't really do much without the freaking servers lagging, so... Oh, now they've put it on, what, Xbox X and S? The Elder Scrolls Online. Boo! They're bringing Fallout 3 DLC and trying to make players play dead games is treble. What do you reckon, guys? I'm thinking they might save Halo for last. Especially considering it's Bethesda's showing at the moment, you know.
This battle will take a new breed of fighter.
Okay. What are we doing here?
Wait.
Is that a corgi? Is this freaking not Fall Guys? Oh, what was it? Gang Beasts, but with a corgi. This has my attention. Is that a corgi with a crossbow? This literally looks like Gang Beasts. It probably is just reskinned, but... Oh cool, you can play as a dinosaur as well. The electrified the corgi. 0 out of 10. Oh wow. Okay, I'm liking the look of this so far. Just watch out for the tentacle in the background. Oof. It's getting pretty violent. If it wasn't already. Party animals. Okay, that has me interested. If only for the corgi. And maybe the dinosaur. Moody is hooked. Gang Beast clone. Moody saw the corgi and was hooked. You guys know me. You guys know me way too well. Hades? Now they're putting it on Xbox. It was definitely using the Gang Beasts engine, or at least... I can't definitively say that, but it looked a lot like it was using the Gang Beasts engine. And animations. Probably find out that, yeah, it is. It's just a reskin, but... still look fun. Console exclusive. I like all these exclusives. Jump ship. Name of the studio or name of the game? Because it looks like name of the studio. Oh, just realised that might be copyrighted music. Time to get rid of that. Is this Life is Strange? Because I have no interest in that. Somehow it doesn't look like it, so I'm probably wrong. There's a guy and his dog, I'm immediately interested. Yeah, I'm wrong, it's not Life is Strange. If the dog dies, then it's 0 out of 10 automatically. Okay, so it looks like, what, aliens invade? And you have to run away with what looks like either your girlfriend or your wife and your dog. Possibly your child as well. Ooh, sounds like there's either aliens or monsters in the kitchen. Somerville. Okay, that has my attention. As long as they don't kill the dog. I think Party Animals has been out for a while, should already be on PC. Okay.
And the 20th anniversary of Halo. To our millions of passionate fans.
Bonnie, please don't ruin it again.
Without all of you.
Our goal
Joe! I've not seen Joe in a while.
To bring players together. And for the first time,
Bonnie, stop being the marketing face and just shut up and get on with it.
To all players across Xbox and PC.
I don't care.
Barriers. Halo Infinite multiplayer will be free to play and invite more of you than ever before to become a Spartan hero.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm excited to be here with Joseph Staten, the creative director of Halo Infinite. From helping craft the original Halo Combat Evolved to leading the fan favorite Halo 3 ODST, Joseph is a Halo visionary. It is so great to have him back with Halo.
Thank you, Bonnie. And hey, everybody. For us, and I hope many of you, Halo has always been about heroism and wonder.
Oh,
about
God.
fighting to keep humanity safe against impossible odds.
I'm liking to hear.
And mysterious.
I'm liking hearing
sci-fi
Joe's
world.
voice again. Like
This
hearing Joe's
is
voice
just
is
one part
so
of the
nice.
Zeta Halo ring, the largest, most wide-open environment we've ever built.
Okay.
And we can't wait for you to explore it.
It does look a little bit better now. I'll give it that. Joe, show us gameplay. Just show us gameplay.
The heart of Halo is Spartan 117, the Master Chief. In the next chapter of the Chief's story, you'll face his greatest challenge yet. But you're not alone in the fight.
Oh, the main batteries are shut down. We're stuck out here.
Okay.
You have one bullet against an entire army. What can you do on your own?
I told you. It's enough.
So I see.
I need you to understand. There's not much time.
They changed the AR back to the Reach-styled one.
If you knew how you were going to die, you knew. How would you live your life differently?
What happened? Where is Cortana?
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone. She's been deleted.
Wait, what?
By you?
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something? Don't you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you... Okay then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
Good.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
But this wasn't the mission.
They've
The
replaced
missions
it?
changed. They always do.
Are you sure?
Show me some gameplay.
Of course,
Ah!
you can't have a Halo game without multiplayer.
Joe!
And on Xbox Series X, you'll be able to enjoy Infinite's multiplayer action at up to 120 frames per second.
Why do you do this?
Finally, I'm very happy to announce that Halo Infinite's first free-to-play multiplayer season and Infinite's story-driven campaign will launch together this holiday.
A new day is upon us.
Okay.
A new generation built to fight. Together, we are unstoppable. Are you ready?
Captured an engine. Okay. The hell is that? Grappling multiplayer. That could cause problems. Oh, classic grab hammer. Oh, classic PR as well.
Hello, let's do some damage.
Wait, what?
Skewer acquired.
Oh, okay. Anti-vehicle weapon?
Claim the enemy flag. Return it to base. Ordnance drop inbound.
Oh no, they've got ordnance. Which sounds a lot like the drops that we had in Halo 4 that were very based on COD.
The flag is ours.
Oh, that doesn't look good. That bit, one bit doesn't look good. Reminds me of Halo 4 too much. Wait, what? A blue flaming skull?
Now, show me what you can do.
Hey, classic energy sword. That isn't the Halo 4 one. Okay, okay. Interesting. Can we see more of the campaign? I'd like to get just a little bit of campaign gameplay. Fuck! Ah! Come on!
Has survived. A dark figure wanders in the east.
That was bull.
He must be stopped. At all costs.
Oh. Diablo. Oh, is this Diablo 2? The remake? This is one thing that I didn't talk about for ages. I was really hyped for this. Trust me, the moment Diablo 2 remake comes out, I'm streaming it. Like, non-stop, practically. That was like the first game I played online, apart from Midtown Madness 2. I could play my Necromancer again and just cook everybody by resurrecting the corpses and then making them kill everybody else. Just give me my bone scythe again, and then all my abilities that I previously had where I can summon iron golems and stuff, and I'll be really happy. Oh, this looks too good! Like, no joke. No. I'm glad I didn't look too much into the remake for Diablo 2, because this looks so damn good right now. Oh, there's Bale. Bale was a bitch to kill.
May be our darkest hour, but it will be your greatest moment.
Oh god, it's been a while since I played that. So many years since I played it, probably. Yes! Hyped, hyped, smashing on the table, hyped. Oh, that's good. Infinite disappointment for Moody for everyone. I'm gonna address that. Let's go back and turn off the audio for a sec. Stream's being a bit weird as well. Stream's jumping for me here? That's
From
weird.
all of us.
Okay, so let's go back and talk about stuff here. Long-winded openings. Game show's dark. Moody, you've got my attention. You've got my attention, says Shinju. It's true. It's true. Whenever somebody shows a dog off, normally I get interested in the game. She did do plastic surgery to get that fake smile. Oh, Moody being a Halo fanboy for how many minutes? Dude, before Gundam it was Halo. You know. The only thing that is a problem for me with Halo and why I haven't talked about it amazingly is the simple fact that basically it's been trash for years. Why is this jumping all over the place now? Like, editing wise, I don't know whether it's the stream or what. Long-winded openings, yeah. Did Cortana change design again? No, it was a replacement. Cortana stopped her termination. I bet she actually took over the new one that they've placed in there. You know, because she's part of the domain and everything and is the smartest AI, so I can imagine she's somehow corrupted the other Cortana or something. Alright, Cortana was crazy. I keep forgetting why. They killed her off in Halo 4, which was really emotional, and then Halo 5, they took one of the original Halo 1 storylines about her being evil and ran with that, because she'd been in the Forerunner domain and kind of took a Skynet approach of, oh, humanity keeps killing everything, so now we need to stop them! You know, so basically Cortana became Skynet, which is not good. Echolocation grenade, yeah. Grapple people's weapons and vehicles. It's pretty interesting. Looked awesome to me, says John. I'm gonna have to do more of an in-depth dive into that, because there are probably other things that I saw that I wanted to see there, but missed out on. But, that'll be in the little details. Overall, it didn't look too bad. I just wanted more of the campaign, you know, to show off the improvements that they'd put in. Necromancer in Diablo 3 is in Diablo 3 though, says Treble. Yeah, but Diablo 2, man. Can't beat Diablo 2. Calm yourself, Moody, you're having a gamergasm. Dude, I get passionate about these things. It's part nostalgia, but I get really passionate. Dave, are you one of those Halo needs to be like Halo 2 forever types? No, I'm not. The thing is, I don't like it being a lot like Call of Duty. You know, I'm in the crowd of people that played the originals, and just went, okay, I like the fact that it's different from Call of Duty because it was keeping the classic style arena gameplay for ages. I think it should evolve, yeah, but just not towards what Call of Duty are doing. Oh, it's a dog. There's a dog. It's Far Cry 6, though. I've not been into Far Cry since about 3 or 4, so... Yeah, that's... Even though it has a dog, that's not for me. Wait, that a flying car? Yeah, it's still not for me. Oh... I can feel your passion. Like, Halo Infinite, really looking nice right now, not gonna lie. Diablo 2 and Psychonauts, though, just have my attention way more. I'd say my hype for Halo Infinite is on par with Battlefield right now. This looks nice, whatever it is. Okay, what we got here? Oh, it's Slime Rancher? Is it a sequel? Or is it just the original? I really do like the way Slime Rancher's art style looks. It's so nice and colourful. We need more fun stuff like this instead of the grimdark stuff that we've been getting for years. I feel like we have an overabundance of grimdark right now in the industry. Slime Rancher. Are we gonna get... Yeah! It's the sequel! Okay. Happy for that. I'll take that. Is that... Did they say whether that was an exclusive or not? The logo was a dog. Foam punch.
Welcome back to Shred-ageddon. Here's a new trick. Let's go.
This is either SSX again or Cool Borders. Those are the only two snowboarding games I know of, unless it's another one that I've not remembered. It'd be interesting if it was Cool Borders, because I've not heard of Cool Borders since the second one on the original PlayStation. Makes me want to actually start playing the other stuff now that my hands are getting better again, so I can play the original Cool Borders and make a complete fool of myself. Was there that other downhill game recently? I can't remember what it was called. I like the way the snow looks. Okay, so freestyling downhill. Is he going off a mountain there? No. I thought there was going to be a massive drop there, but... Okay, looking pretty nice so far, I'm not gonna lie. Snowmobile? Oh, he's getting pulled on it. Shredders. Okay.
Okay, this is good. This is really good. Holy spluttering whip whoop.
Okay, has my attention at least. What else we got here? What the hell is this? Atomic Heart, Mundfish. Oh, no, no, no. Audio, audio, audio. It was either Russian or Polish audio or something, but it was music. And it's still playing in the background. It has eye lasers. I know it's a very obvious statement, but it was cool seeing eye lasers. Was that a granny threatening to kill you with like a spoon there or something? Killer robots? Like this just looks like a lot of did that have a mustache? Okay, that has me interested. Finding a lot of interesting things here today. This is actually pretty good. As a showing, this has got a lot of my my attention so far, which I didn't actually expect. Low expectations going into this, so let's put the audio back on. Phoenix City. Why does that sound familiar? I don't know why. I might be thinking something else, but okay, let's see what we got here. Hopefully no copyrighted audio again. (2D) 2D side-scrolling adventure in post-apocalyptic world. Okay, I'm liking the art style. What we got here? Nope. That moment where every time they play copyrighted audio, I have to mute it because of YouTube. And hope that I haven't already got wrecked. Okay.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, it does look really pretty. I like the layering, like the individual layers, so it makes it look 3D. I mean, it's a simple technique, but it's done really effectively. Oh, just broke the guy's arm and then... Okay. Okay, what do we got here? So yeah, it is. It's a 2D side-scrolling action adventure game. It's not exactly post-apocalyptic. It kind of looks a little bit cyberpunky. Replaced. Okay. Okay, I can get behind that. Microsoft, seriously, stop trying to pry my wallet out of my cold dead hands. I need money before I can buy these games. Seriously, leave me alone. Oh, this is that game from Obsidian where you play as the bugs. Oh, I mean, you play against the bugs.
Billions of players kept busy.
Never played Slam Rancher, but it seems fun and relaxing. It is. It looks... I remember Jem playing it. It's really fun.
Ziplining. Flying things.
Exclusive for Xbox, really. Ooh.
To celebrate, we present the Shroom and Doom update. It gives
This game seems like hacking is the main point. Potentially?
No, seriously, a lot of people want to sit. Paths for when you get sick of your human companions.
That little bug reminds me of, was it either A Bug's Life or Ants, the movie that had something similar.
We've also got something
like a little pet, what was it, Greenfly or something companion?
The Brood Mother.
Giant spider! Oh my god, that looks awesome. Need more giant spiders in my games because a lot of people don't like them. Arachnophobia mode! No! Why do we have arachnophobia mode? Just make people deal with it, you know? Need more giant spiders in my games. I was kind of disappointed with Resi when they didn't have giant spiders in the new ones.
Oh, and it looks like we added achievements too. Nice.
Wait, are achievements still a thing? I thought they phased them out because they went out of style. Oh no, no. Freaking Among Us. It's practically a meme at this point. Just get out of here. Get out of here. I had my like 2 to 3 games of it, did not like the type of person it made me, and then quit. Get out of here. Among Us, it made Dave a really nasty, competitive person. There's a difference between Moody and Dave, and that definitely was the more Moody side of things.
Evil Dave.
Evil Dave, yeah. You need a new Xbox to get half of these games, says Marcus. Ah, I ain't got the money for it. Yeah, I just ain't got the money for it, so I guess I'll just have to watch people play them. I have no problem with that. Okay, what's this one? Still better than Fall Guys, this game. Oh, I remember getting hyped for Fall Guys, and then it turned out terrible. There was no, like, actual satisfaction with coming first. If you'd have unlocked stuff by coming first, that would have been great for progression. It would have caused a lot more competition, you know, and I feel like I would have actually been satisfied in actually trying to play and get that kind of stuff, but no, they put it behind monetization and stuff, and of course, then it didn't feel satisfying, so there was no point in playing the game. This looks real nice. I like the way this looks. It's a mix between 2D and 3D. Action RPG. Oh, seriously, I'm going to have to start doing what I've been saying I want to do for ages, which is go back and play all my original PS1 games that we got over the years. Because it's reminded me of Legend of Dragoon a little bit. The game that has 4 discs and 2 manuals. Aiden Chronicle Rising and 100 Heroes. Okay. Play day 1 with Xbox Game Pass. I obviously can't do the movie announcer voice, but I'll try.
For applying lethal solutions to conflicted situations.
Okay, so what are we doing here?
Test your abilities.
What? What? That isn't me, that's the stream. They had a mech! They had a mech, immediately has my attention. Top-down shooter, probably twin stick. Okay. Okay. Windows 10 PC, okay, so that's good. Xbox Game Studios presents Forza?
History is all around us.
No, it isn't Forza.
Those who made it have never been forgotten.
It looked like Forza because of the architecture, but no, I'd say an RTS by the looks of it. I could be wrong.
Into kingdoms and mortals into legends. If history was in your
The architecture for that, like the bridge style area, reminded me a lot of something from, I think, Forza 5. Okay, this is reminding me of Age of Empires now. If I'm right, I'll be happy.
How would you fight?
Turn the wooden wall to Christianity with your
Where would you go?
preacher. Woo-la-la-la.
What will you be remembered for?
Probably won't be Age of Empires, but God, I've not played a good RTS in ages either. Last good RTS I played, I think, was Dawn of War. The original. Because they screwed up the other two. Okay, this is looking nice. Make your history your story. Oh, it is! Age of Empires, what, 4 is there? Never been good at reading Roman numerals. Okay, I'm happy about that. Can we still get the car with the lasers or the rocket launchers, though, when you put in the cheat? Oh, it's an old one.
We begin by hearing an old...
Moody's interest. Dogs, mechs, Halo. Therefore, if there's a dog mech in Halo, it will ensure Moody never plays anything again. You know me too well.
Something must break the serenity.
StarCraft 2 is a good RTS. Oh yeah, I forgot I played StarCraft 2. What the?
Say goodbye to it forever.
The hell?
Suddenly, and for no reason, people running.
Okay, sci-fi, aliens, does it have a dog?
Make everything seem cool and should bolster pre-sale numbers.
They're taking the person going on about pre-sales and stuff now? What?
Only one thing.
must gaze over an epic shot of a world. And there should be lens flares.
Okay, I like the commentary for this.
Now we see our hero. But only the
Is this Outer Worlds?
because the developers haven't finished the design, or finished the story, or finished any gameplay that's actually ready to show. The only thing they have finished
Oh, I'm liking the commentary for this.
is the title.
Yeah, it's Outer Worlds. I don't know whether it's the standard game or... Oh no, it's a sequel! Okay, okay. I like that. The original one was really good. I watched Jem play it while I had my hand problem. Captured in real time. I wasn't paying enough attention to this one. Okay, so we got what looks like some African landscape or something, maybe? I could be wrong about that based on the this is no. Flight simulator? Yeah, this looks like flight sim. Especially because they're focusing a lot on the planes and the environments. And I saw Poppin in the background there. I'm sorry. That's the first time I've seen Poppin on the C3 presentation. Like, excuse me, you got Poppin in the background. You might want to fix that before people complain. I just realized this audio is probably going to get me wrecked, so let's mute it. I'm not going to lie, this actually does look visually impressive. Pilot game. It'll either be Flight Sim or the other one that they had that was they bought out, I think. Because there was another one very similar to Flight Sim. That looks real nice. Not gonna lie, these environments look really nice. The sky is calling. Yeah, there you go, Flight Sim. Okay, that looks nice. Don't know what the substance will be for it, but it looks nice. Oh no, I'm gonna have to mute this. Top Gun! Love the Top Gun fanfare theme. Especially this one. The epic, grandiose one. Question is, as much as I like new jets and everything, can I fly an F-14 again? Okay. Genuinely interested in the film, by the way. Yeah, Ace Combat, when Jem played the most recent one, I deliberately made her play most of it in the F-14 for a laugh. Okay, what we got here? Okay, some more nice environments. Oh, it's falls up. At least it looks like it. I'm gonna have to mute again. Now this is either a mainline series title or it's another Horizon game. Loving that. What looks like a Nissan Skyline there. This looks more like Horizon. It would be 5 or 6. I'm trying to remember. Again, really liking the look of these environments and stuff. They're getting really nice stuff on show here. Like, the visuals are top quality. Okay, we got some Doom Buggies. Ooh, Dust Cloud? It's okay, we'll just drive through and hardly have any visibility and possibly hit every rock on the side of the road that we can't see. And there we go, Horizon 5. It's nice. Like the look of that. Is there crashing, says Vault, for Flight Sim?
At Playground Games, and I can't wait to show you what we've been working on. Horizon is known for fun, freedom, and beauty. This year, the Horizon Festival arrives in beautiful, diverse Mexico. This is the largest and most diverse open world ever in a Forza Horizon game. And there is no better car to explore it than the stunning AMG Project One Forza Edition. Rendered in unparalleled detail and with ray tracing in Forza Vista, thanks to the power of the Xbox Series consoles.
Wonder what Node 60 is on that.
Team to help give you a taste of some of the amazing content that's waiting for you in Forza Horizon 5. Please welcome Bill, Maddie.
Still want to get the fourth one because of the Lego expansion for it.
Hey guys, what's
But
up?
on Steam, it costs an absolute bomb.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
And we also have Abraham with us as well. He's one of the talented actors who will be appearing in the game.
Bienvenidos a Mexico. I can't wait to show you what we've been working on.
Abraham's awesome.
On an expedition.
Already liking his sort of character that he's portraying there.
Journey across Mexico to explore new locations and discover places for the festival to expand.
I'm on the river now. We're getting close.
There you are. How's the expedition going?
I'm racing a car through the Mexican jungle, Rami. Doesn't get much better than this. I can see some ruins up ahead.
Please tell me we're not going to smash through a load of ancient stuff again, because in the fourth one we were smashing through ancient stone walls in Scotland, I think it was.
That's a peek at our adventurous campaign. But Forza Horizon has always been a game that's best enjoyed with others.
Can we get more of that? Because I would have loved to have seen them actually race around that what looked like a pyramid.
Consoles allow us to capture every last detail, right down to the individual needles on these cholla cactus.
Wait, what?
The scene looks real, but there are no tricks. This is in-game. Maddie is behind the wheel of the AMG Project One Forza Edition in Mexico's lush living desert.
Ooh, I'm liking the look of this.
To meet up with friends and head out for a drive. Thanks to the next generation of our Horizon Live servers, everyone else we see here are real players. And it looks like Maddie has been joined by some other members of the Forza team.
Oof. The thing is with Forza, like specifically the Horizon games, they're saying, oh, she's racing, but that literally just looked like an open world drive rather than a race, primarily because there was no clear indication of a track or a route. Oh, I'm really liking this. Oh, I'm really liking that.
This is a mural by Mexican artist Farid Rueda. Just one of the many beautiful, faithful pieces of Mexico you'll find all.
Okay, really loving the Mexican landscape here. Ooh, Lamborghini as well. I wasn't paying attention to the car, I was looking at the artwork.
While Don drives down to the beach,
Love Lamborghinis.
We'll jump over to the Gran Caldera volcano. Check out this geology detail, implemented with precision accuracy using photogrammetry data.
I love the way he's like, we used photogrammetry for this on location to get this pixel perfect detail, you know, going on about all the high-res details. It's like, yeah, but you're not going to see that when you're racing at like 60 to 100. You know, you're going to be past it by the time you even figure out what's going on.
From up here, we can see for miles in every direction.
It's fine saying, you know, like, we can now render every particle of dust, but it's like, yeah, but why?
Guanajuato is one of the most beautiful cities anywhere in the world. It's a colourful, undulating city full of vibrant architecture. It even has a sprawling network of tunnels. And these twisting, turning, overlapping streets.
Oh yeah, just drift that.
Well as looking good,
it's all good.
Plays great too. As we see here, as Don is challenged in Horizon's open world battle royale, the Eliminator. While Don tries to win that race, the rest
wasn't
of
it
our
freaking
players
Skyline?
are
It was
still out exploring this
Evo.
diverse
God damn it!
open world. Let's head north to the canyon. The Horizon series is known for its uplifting beauty, and using our unique HDR camera rig, we captured 24-hour shoots of real Mexican skies at 12K resolution. And thanks to the Xbox Series consoles, these photorealistic skies result in lifelike lighting that dynamically changes every frame, making you feel like you're really there.
Deliberately searching up a freaking skyline now.
Here's Moody again. She's joined by Abraham.
Kinda similar. I'm gonna get crucified by car lovers here for that.
Forza Link, the new AI assistant that intelligently tracks the status of you and the people you meet online, and then helps you link up and play together.
Okay, really liking the look of this.
We'll now head deep into the rainforest and rejoin.
No, stop changing location. Just show me one for more than 2 seconds. I want to enjoy the race. You know, as much as you're showing off all the technology and all the nice lush environments, just show me more than 2 seconds of one race.
That Bill loves mini games, so it intelligently prompts Sierra to invite Bill. Bill accepts, and they're seamlessly linked together with their GPS route set. With that Horizon Arcade minigame starting soon, all of our players are coming together.
There's Halo multiplayer overview tomorrow, says John. Ooh, have to look at that.
Ooh, over this way. Gotta catch up to you guys.
Our players now have to work
Pinatas?
together to find and pop as many as they can.
Okay, go up here to the left.
There's loads along the main road. Here I go.
I'll take a look through the bushes
That
here.
reminds me, I wonder whatever happens if you just pinata. They kind of just stopped doing that all of a sudden. That was a really fun game.
Sweet.
While the team grab those last few pinatas, we're going over to the stadium because I have one more thing to show you. This is Event Lab, the incredible new toolset that allows you to create your own races.
Nux is
game modes,
dead,
and
says
gameplay
Vault. Wait, what?
experiences. You customize everything, right down to the fundamental rules of the game.
As much as I love the way that this is showing off like all the car stuff that I'm really behind at the moment and want to get invested in, I stop showing off the acrobatic stuff with cars. I just want a really damn good racing game that looks good.
And it will truly be an astounding showcase for the Xbox Series consoles when it comes to Xbox Game Pass.
Go over to EA and just be like, get your shit together, stop making Need for Speed games, get Criterion back together properly and make Burnout 3 remade with the same soundtrack. Oh my god, seriously, they did that and I would just lose it.
To bring the joy and community of gaming to everyone on the planet. That's why you, the gamer, are at the center of everything we do.
Okay, Phil, is this the end?
We showed you 30 games.
Yeah, it is.
27 of them will be available on Xbox Game Pass.
Okay.
Now, through the end of the year, you can
Just
look
ignore the
forward
Among
to
Us meme though.
back-to-back monthly releases
Just get rid of that.
landing day one on Game Pass, led by 5 new titles from Xbox Game Studios, as well as highly anticipated games like Back 4 Blood, 12 Minutes, and The Ascent. And as we look ahead to next year, I'm inspired by the creativity of Bethesda and Xbox Game Studios. We showed you the highly anticipated RPG Starfield, coming exclusively to Xbox.
Starfield
But
just
we
looked
also
pre-rendered,
have some of the industry's
even if they
best
claim it was
RPG
in-engine.
storytellers working on Avowed, Fable, The Elder Scrolls Online,
Ooh,
Fallout
Fable.
76, The Outer Worlds 2, and Elder Scrolls 6. We unveiled the stunning multiplayer mode for the world's most beloved shooter in Halo Infinite. Adding to the roster of iconic
I'd
Xbox
argue that it
shooters
wasn't the world's
alongside
most beloved
Wolfenstein,
shooter at this point,
Gears
Phil.
of
That's more like
War,
Apex right
Perfect
now.
Dark, and Doom. We premiered the most epic open-world racing game, Forza Horizon 5, bringing you a vibrant and authentic depiction of Mexico in a game built from the ground up for next gen, while the team at Turn 10 is hard at work on the next Forza Motorsport. Our growing family of 23 studios is devoted to advancing the medium we all love. Xbox has been here for 20 years, and that's because of you. Our team strives to make Xbox a place where you'll find the greatest games, the most dedicated developers, and the most passionate community. Together, we all make Xbox the best place to play.
Okay.
Before I go, there's one more thing.
We're just gonna show everything off.
Take a look at this brand new original game from the Arcane team at Bethesda.
Okay.
The studio that created Prey and Dishonored. Arcane created something new for them, an open world immersive shooter that
New
you
IP?
can play alone or with your friends. And like Starfield, this game will be an Xbox exclusive.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Keep my hand over the mute button. Kind of reminded me of a mushroom then for a moment, just because of how big it was. Is that like a robot dog or something?
Hey, Dev, anything interesting?
This is 2 handle 25 centimeters.
The hell? He's totally too close to that thing.
Go on, make yourself useful.
Oh, bird! Loving that bird technology right there. No, seriously, I really like birds.
That was fun, right?
Okay, so what we got going on here?
Sleep tight.
Invisible sniper? Okay. Robot dog! With the turret.
You think they can't kill you anytime they want?
Okay, so it's like a anti-gravity jump thing. Is it a vampire or something? It looks like a vampire. Oh, is that Dante from Devil May Cry? It looks like him. And by that, I mean the one that was in like, what, 2010, 2012?
In the field in Redfall, Massachusetts. Behind me, we are witnessing clear signs of cult activity as the locals engage.
Really hope the video was worth it.
Okay, so it's cultists springing around monsters and vampires and stuff? Okay. That's, an interesting take. What the heck is that even meant to be, that booth? I understand it's meant to boost people into the air, but I'm trying to figure out what the hell it's supposed to look like. Oh, freeze gun. Harpoon gun? Okay. No, wait, it'll be a stake gun if he's a vampire. Hi. Please kill one of the characters just so we can see something. Man, just break a neck? You're right there. Oh, come on! That's some Hollywood level bullshit where they stop the monologue or something. Kill one of the characters so it actually makes it feel like it's got some weight to it, you know? Yeah, they're getting beaten up.
Shit. Dev's gonna love this one.
Invisible guy pieces out. Now he's back.
Don't miss.
None of this is gameplay, unfortunately. It's all pre-rendered. So this is more like a proof of concept thing right now. Robot dog! Robot dog used tackle. It was super effective. I love the way they just ended that on black screen with no with just shooting sound effects and no visuals.
Really? What does it taste like? Be specific.
Like blood and death and strawberry.
Bird!
Sun's coming up. Let's keep moving.
Let's keep moving.
Sure thing, Edgar Allan Bro.
Yeah, there's a robot dog and a bird. Two things I really like. You have my attention at least a little bit, game.
Do you want to go back to normal?
Not if I still have to pay my student loans.
Oh, there's another vampire. Where the heck is this even taking place? Oh, it was Massachusetts, wasn't it? He said in the audio. Redfall. Okay, okay. Edgy vampire kids as Shinji. Oh, no, 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 no. Copyrighted music? Okay, so now I'm assuming they're showing off the entire show here with copyrighted music on. Take my headset off so I can actually hear myself. Oh, that was interesting. It wasn't bad. And it didn't have any... Well, it probably does have memeable moments, but it didn't seem like any crazy moments that I really hated, unlike last time. There are some bits that weren't amazing, like for instance the Sea of Thieves stuff. But yeah, it's definitely a lot more promising. Has my attention, which is what I wanted, and they showed off some fun stuff, like for instance Outer Worlds 2. I didn't expect that to get announced so soon. So yeah, better than last year, definitely. The one thing that I want to see more of, obviously, is Halo Infinite. Because of them not showing off the campaign. I suppose that's kind of suspicious. I think that might be because they're still obviously working on it until the very end and trying to polish it up. You know, but I wanted just a little bit more from that as a fanboy. But from what I saw, it wasn't too bad. I'll probably do a deep dive into it just later on at some point, have a look through it all. The armor there that they keep showing off in some of this reminded me a lot of Hayabusa armor. Obviously, they can't use the same design with them having a crossover with, I think it was Team Ninja for the Ninja Gaiden inspired Hayabusa armor. So I don't know whether they've completely redone that or not, but looks cool. Bethesda going on about Starfield and then not showing anything, basically. Okay, so let's put the banner back up before we have to listen to guys from GameSpot talk again. Let's see, we got the Square Enix one, but does anyone know when the Square Enix event is? Starfield gave us nothing more of development for 25 years. Yeah. Like, do we... Siphon, you have track of this, I'm assuming, a little bit. You know, like, do we know when the next stuff's gonna be from Square Enix? Because I'm assuming they're gonna do a separate one.
It's 8:15, I think.
8:15. Oh, that's good. I can wait. Okay, so what do you guys think about all of that? Honestly, I didn't think it was too bad. Starfield was something where it was a big nothing burger, basically. But everything else was eye-catchy. If you were already interested in that stuff, a lot like me, then it obviously caught your attention in one way or another. It didn't seem too cringy with what they were doing, apart from maybe some instances of basically just saying, like, get on with it, show something instead of doing, you know, the marketing talk. Apart from that, I didn't think it was bad. Did they say anything about Aliens Fireteam? Not yet. Not yet. Only if you were interested. Yeah, it all depends on what you're into. I think, for me, because I'm into a wide range of different games, as is evidenced by the simple fact that most of that seemed to appeal to me, you know, it's like, I was happy with that takeaway. I was really happy with that. It seemed like something that I could get behind in terms of just, like, all the different games that they put on offer for everybody. There was something there for everyone, I feel, no matter what you were interested in. There was a couple of surprises there, like, for instance, Age of Empires. Didn't expect that. The indie stuff that they showed off, or at least what I can assume is indie stuff that they showed off, was pretty nice. Overall, not exactly, like, super strong, hitting it out the park immediately, and then one after another being like, okay, bam, we got a really fantastic show, and another one, but it wasn't a big letdown, you know, it was still decent. Interesting, but I'm not getting an Xbox product. I already have what I have, says Marcus. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Like, if you can get stuff on PC, then get it on PC. You know, if you can avoid getting an Xbox, but still get the games, then it's a plus, you know. Make it a rule to never get excited about anything that isn't in-game footage. Pre-rendered cinematics don't count. True. True. I kind of go by the same thing, Vault. Details about Halo Infinite's campaign sound interesting. 3's about an AI being used to defeat Cortana was spot on. Yeah. I definitely think with that one, what's going to play out is I don't think they're going to kill Cortana off that way. I reckon that new AI is going to get corrupted. Which also explains Cortana's change in design again. You know, because first we had her naked, then we had her with the Forerunner outfit on, and now we've got her with the UNSC outfit on. Oh. It's, even it's proving to be interesting, especially under Joe Staten. It's nice seeing Joe back again, especially talking at a presentation and stuff, so be interesting to see where Infinite goes. There's a little bit more optimism with that now, at least. Forza I really like the look of. Not so much the acrobatic stuff, but definitely the visuals and from what we can keep track of for every 2-second snippet. The environment looked really nice. I like the look of the gameplay. Just give me more speed. You know, looked really nice having it set in a Mexican environment. Age of Empires again, real nice. Diablo 2 remake was going to get that on PC anyway, so either way that doesn't really matter. Back for Blood, I'm still not too interested in that one, to be honest. I'm trying to think what else that was shown off. There's so much that was shown off, I can't remember all of it now. I was just kind of reacting to it and going with it. These aren't buy and play games for me, says Gate. I watch it over at channels like MK Fire and Nice and Shirako, I think that is it pronounced. Yeah, I know those channels. They upload quite a lot. Let's see. 2 Cortanas could have merged together, which is why the delete code didn't trigger. What I'm thinking is to avoid getting deleted, it's possible that she's hid herself in the new one's code. Because when you think about it, Cortana, the original one, was the most advanced UNSC AI. And then they put her in the domain, so she had access to a lot more information and stuff. So I imagine they've done like a fake out for her death. Square Enix starts in 43 minutes. I might cover that as well. John says, I'm sure Halo purists, aka esports players, will be bitching about the multiplayer. Isn't just Halo with a new paint of coat. See, the thing is, for me, Halo multiplayer at least has always been good when it's similar to 3. And I've explained this before, but I think 3 was good, and Reach was okay for multiplayer. Reason being that I do want stuff to evolve, but I'd rather have it be based on skill. What I mean by that is, like, map control in Halo 3 was, or the classic Halos, was always a fantastic thing for multiplayer. The idea that you control the map with the weapon spawns, some of the vehicle spawns, and the power-up spawns. And if you know where those are, you know where they're gonna, like, when they're gonna spawn, roughly, and your team has control over those points, you can strategically dominate the field. That was what made it different to every other game. And then they started including things like perks or loadouts and then weapon drops and stuff that took heavy inspiration from COD. And I feel like they went too far off the reservation with that kind of way of thinking. Instead of then setting the trends, they chased them instead. And I feel like that's not the way to go with Halo. I'm not exactly a Halo purist in terms of like, oh, it should always stay classic, but I definitely feel like they should have evolved what classic was, you know, instead of chasing the COD trend, you know. Of course, there's money there, and I started off with the mech stuff, saying, you know, chasing the trends is always good for that kind of stuff, if you want to get the money, you know, for the dark fantasy style things that From Software have been doing, but I feel like Halo was the one that could have avoided chasing trends, and no, instead it did. You know, so that's where I kind of have a problem with Halo. That and the fact that they leaned too far into the books lore, which classic Bungie said they always kind of stayed away and kept that stuff as separate optional stuff because they didn't see the books as canon. that kind of ruined a couple of things as well for me. We'll just have to speculate about stuff until release of Siphon, yeah. Halo Infinite free multiplayer, will cosmetics be paid for? Yeah, basically. That's what they're kind of gonna do, according to everybody else. They're gonna make it a bit like Destiny with the customization and stuff. John says, I don't get the argument that Halo is turning into COD. It looks nothing like COD. And skill is still a factor, but I guess if these purists can't be asked to learn new skills. It's not so much that, John, like... trying to explain this. So, Halo has always been that simplified shooter compared to COD. If you go through Halo 1 through 3 versus when COD was at the height of its popularity, and I mean like 4, like Modern... Yep, I think it was Modern Warfare 4. And the stuff that came after, like Black Ops 2. When it was at the height of its popularity, roughly around about then, that was when you could tell the difference between Halo and COD. Halo had that sort of control the map style gameplay, didn't have sprint or anything else. Though I don't have a problem with sprint. It's the whole thing of it was more focused on control the map. There were no sort of airdrops like in Halo 4, no loadouts, and it was all, everybody starts with the same weapons, you start in random locations. That's where I come in about the skill stuff. It was about everybody starts with the same base kit, and you just work from there. Whereas with COD, you obviously had the different loadouts, the different perks that changed gameplay up, like sleight of hand. You had the airdrops, things like that made COD and Halo distinctly different. But by Halo 4, you saw they were bringing in stuff like the loadouts, the airdrops, slight changes into gameplay, like perks, that definitely made it feel a lot more like COD. That's where I'm coming from. Not visually. Visually, it didn't look the same, but at least mechanically, when you compare the two, they definitely chased that sort of trend because they could see it was popular. And then that's where they also took the enhanced mobility and worked that into Halo, because at the time that was on, I think it was what, Black Ops 3, Modern Warfare, I'm trying to remember the other one. The other one that's like futuristic for COD that had mobility and with the exoskeletons and stuff. That's where I feel like Halo fans took a little bit more ire with it, where before there was a distinct difference in gameplay, now it just changed and became a lot more like the trendsetter, you know. I don't know whether I've explained that properly or not, but the gameplay mechanics are going the same line of evolution, says Marcus. I prefer having control of the weapons instead of having it battle royale style, says Vault. I just hope it's good. I'm gonna have to go and do a video like Siphon's doing here and break it down and really look into it, like all the small details. But I liked what I saw. It was pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It's been fun doing it with you. I'll probably do another one for Square Enix in 37 minutes. So until then, thank you very much, and I shall see you on the next one. So until then, bye!